back, and I am the band director here with Richmond TV Schools, and I am so excited to share tonight with you all. This is going to be a musical journey of the skills that we have learned in the last 3 months. So we're going to take you from where we started, when we first got those instruments, and I'm sure you've heard it all at home, to where we are now. We were a little worried these last 2 days not having school because we could really use that time for preparation, right? Practicing at home is not the same as being together. So there are some things that, we're a little kind of on edge about or whatever, but I think it's going to be a great night, and I'm glad that we got to have this concert this evening. So welcome. We're going to start with what that day was like back in it was October 1st or something like that. Our first day with instruments. So we went to Run a Light. You guys worked really hard obtaining these instruments, getting the reeds, everything that you need to make these students successful. And then we got to class and we hurried to learn how to put the instruments together and all that stuff. And I just said, ready, go. And it sounded like this. Number 1. Ready and play. Play. And that really wasn't too bad. So then, with a little bit of practice refinement in your program, it kind of talks you through the steps. We learned how to use our face and our hands in the percussion section to hold the instruments properly and produce a good sound. So how the face is shaped is called the embouchure. And this helps produce a characteristic sound, which then helps us sound more like a trumpet and a clarinet and saxophone. So we practiced a little bit, and we sounded like this. 1, 2, whatever they wanted at any time, it just kind of sounds messy and not enjoyable to the listener or the teacher. So we try to make sure everybody's doing it at the same time. One note gets a little boring, so we continued adding to our vocabulary new notes. So we learned a second note that sounds a little something like this. 1, 2, 3. On the keyboard and so on and so forth. So that is like learning to read in kindergarten where you have sight words and you don't have to sound them out anymore. And you can just say that word is the without having to think about it. That's what they were learning. And we spent a lot of time doing that, memorizing those words in our music, which are notes. Okay, so after doing that, we finally get to big kid music. We took away the note names, took away the counts, and the music sounds like a song. So here we go. Very good. Ready? 1, 2, and move our fingers and work on tone quality and on posture and things like that. But when we finally got to a song that we recognized, and man, oh man, that was exciting. That was like the day. And hopefully, if you heard it at home, you could recognize it too, because our ultimate goal is that it sounds like something familiar. So we learned how to cross buns, and this was awesome. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. something individual. And Abby's going to be our first soloist. We're playing acoustic guitar. Of our music, because if we all just play the same thing all the time, again, the music will just kind of fall flat and we run out of things to play. So we're going to play this next one, and what you're going to listen for is two things going on, and actually the rhythm changes. You got two groups playing at the same time. One group are playing fast notes, and the other group are playing longer notes. So see if you can hear the difference. One, two, ready. It features the percussion section, the woodwinds, and our brass players all playing at different times. So these students really have to focus and concentrate on the rhythm and when is it our turn to come in, which is an ensemble skill that we work on in class. So this is listen to our section. 1, 2, 3. about, I don't know, 5 weeks, so 5 notes. We finally learned a new note. We kind of opened up a whole new, whole new ideas for us, more music to play. So these next couple use 5 and then 6 and 7 notes, okay? This is Off There Done. But part of the large group, part of the environment, is playing band music that is especially written for these guys. So the first one we're going to play is one that we're currently still kind of working on. It's a work in progress. It's called High Adventure, kind of an upbeat song. And then we're going to play what we practice for around Christmas time. We're going to play Jingle Bell Parade. So we have two more pieces of sheet music for you. So we hope you enjoy it. So the sheet music has different parts for the flutes and the trumpets and the trombones, the tuba, the percussion. Everybody's playing something different. So we went from all doing the same thing one time to everybody doing something different. So it's quite a feat that these students have come such a long way in a short period of time. So we really hope you enjoyed our concert tonight and seeing what we do in class, seeing how far we've come as a group and individually. Thank you. So this is High Adventure followed by Jingle Bells. One, two, three. question is in the back? Or are they hiding?